Hello students, in this section we are going to see about wired and wireless networks. Okay, so all the computers or communicating device in the network must be connected with each other with some means. Either it can be wired or wireless medium. Okay, so guided and unguided media. Okay, so to connect with each other there must be some medium. Okay, so this medium is termed as transmission media or channel. The selection of media depends on the cost, data transfer speed, bandwidth and distance that the medium covers. Okay, so network channels can be guided or unguided. That means wired or wireless media. Okay, so wired and wireless. These are the two type of transmission medias available in the networking system. First, we are going to see wired networks or guided media. Okay, so guided media. Wired or guided media are also known as physical or conducted media. These media are various type of cables. Okay, so examples are twisted pair cables, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable for transmitting data over various networks. Okay, so wired networks, also called Ethernet networks, are the most common type of local area network technology. Okay, so a wired network is simply a collection of two or more computers which is connected by either twisted pair cable or coaxial cable or an optical fiber cable. Okay, so first we are going to see the twisted pair cable. The twisted pair cable or Ethernet cable is the most common type of media, which consists of four insulated pairs of wires twisted around each other. It is usually used for creating small computer networks and extensively used in the LAN, that is local area network. Why is this twisted pair cable name? Okay, so the twisting helps to reduce the crosstalk and electromagnetic interference. So you may have learned in physics that when electric signals are transmitted, the crossover between or crosstalk between two electrical mediums may happen. Okay, so that is electromagnetic interference. So a chance for electromagnetic interference is there. So to avoid that, the twisting will help. Okay, Cat 5 and Cat 6 specifications are mostly used to set up a LAN. To interconnect between a cable, a twisted pair cable and a computer, RJ45 or registered jack connector is used. Then there are two type of twisted pair cables, shielded and unshielded. In shielded twisted pair cables or STP, it offers an additional extra insulation which further reduce the signal interference and crosstalks. Okay, that is the main difference between STP and UTP, that is shielded twisted pair cables and unshielded twisted pair cables. Then certain advantages are there for twisted pair cables. It is low cost, low weight and flexible. Okay, so since it is so thin and flexible, therefore it is easy to install and maintain. So the maintenance cost is also very low. Then certain disadvantages are there also. Okay, so it offers only a low bandwidth only. Okay, so offers speed up to only 100 Mbps and it supports only a short distance connection. For longer distances we need another repeater. So it further reduces or increases the crosstalk and interferences. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages, which is low cost and flexible. That is the main advantages, and main disadvantages are low bandwidth and short distance. Next we are going to see the coaxial cable or coax. A coaxial cable consists of two solid insulated conductors. So it has two conductors, an inner core and an outer core. Okay, so the inner conductor is a straight copper wire surrounded by a wired mesh. It's like it is surrounded by a wired mesh or a foiled shield. Okay, so and then the outer The inner core carries the signal and this mesh provides the ground for the signal. Okay, so each layer is separated by a foil or an insulator. Okay, so the main use of this coaxial cable are for cable TV networks or cable TV transmission. It has also some advantages. Compared to the twisted pair cable, it offers high bandwidth and carries data for longer ranges. Okay, then it is suitable for broadband transmission also. Then it is less prone to electromagnetic interference and offers high bandwidth compared to the twisted pair cables. And then it is also there are some advantages or disadvantages are there also. It is less flexible and expensive compared to twisted pair cable. Okay, so we are in our daily life we are most commonly interact with this coaxial cable. We are already seen in our real life about this coaxial cable. It is very hard to be flexible. So it is less flexible and expensive compared to the twisted pair cables. And then it is not compatible with some modern cables like this unshielded twisted pair cables and this shielded twisted pair cables. Okay, so if you want to replace with this STP and UTP, then entire network has to be changed, not only a particular part. The entire network system must have to be changed. And then because of its poor flexibility and its thickness, it is compared to twisted pair cable, it is very thick, so it is very expensive to maintain and it is very difficult to install also. So that is the disadvantages of coaxial cable. Okay, next we are going to see about the optical fiber cable. Okay, so the final one, optical fiber cable. Okay, it is the most expensive and most efficient at the same time. Okay, so the optical fiber consists of long thin strands of glass or glass-like materials which carries light instead of electricity. Okay, the other wired mediums like a coaxial cable and twisted pair cables transmit electricity, thus transmit the signal in the form of electricity. But here optical fiber cables transmits light instead of electricity. Okay, so signals are modulated and transmitted in the form of light pulses from a source using a laser LED. Okay, so they are arranged in bundles called optical fiber cables and used to transmit data through light signals over long distances. Compared to coaxial cable and twisted pair cables, it supports a very long range of communication. Okay, so an optical fiber has three parts: core, cladding and buffer coating. Core is made of glass or plastic. It is a thin glass rod at the center through which the light travels. Okay, so next one is cladding. It is the outer optical material surrounding the core that reflects the light back to the core again. Then finally buffer coating. It is the plastic coating that protects the cable from damage and moisture. Okay, so in the physics you have learned about this total internal reflection. The optical fiber cable works on the basis or works on the principle that is total internal reflection. So the core transmits the light, and then the cladding is the outer optical material that helps to reflects the light back to the core itself. Then finally the buffer coating that helps the cable to that protects the cable from moisture and pressure or damage. And then some advantages are there. It is absolutely free from electromagnetic interferences or electromagnetic inductions. Okay, because it does not transmit any electrical signals. Okay, there is only light signals are transmitted, and like I said before, it is the most efficient transmission method. Okay, then it offers secure and high speed transmission. Since the speed of light is very large or very high compared to the speed of electrons in the electricity, then because of that speed difference, it is very high speed. It offers very high speed transmission of data. and then certain disadvantages are also there. Okay, so it is the most expensive cable network. Okay, and it is also quite fragile since it uses the glass rods to transmit data. A single or a very small bend can break the inner core. Okay, then the installation procedure is quite complicated, and thus it is very difficult to join two broken fibers. It requires special machinery to join two broken links. It is not suitable for domestic purposes due to the high maintenance cost and complicated installation process. So that is all about the guided media or the transmission medium that uses the wired communication. Okay, so that's all for this section. We will see next section with the wireless media.